Alright. Welcome everybody. We are live. It's Zenith Online Racing. We are on a break week, so you haven't seen any races yet this week. But tonight, Wednesday night, we've decided to host a little social race. We're going to do the Dutch Grand Prix, Zandvoort, in honor of the race we just watched this past weekend in real life F1. Yeah, glad to have you on board tonight, and if you're watching this at a later time, I appreciate you checking us out, and should be in for some good action tonight. We've already got a car gone around here. Let me know how the audio's sounding on your end. I feel like the audio might be a bit loud compared to my voice, but if we can get some feedback on that, it would be much appreciated. So far it says nobody is watching. Got Mo Power Cowboy on screen in the Alpine car. Riding those curbs nicely. Looked like a tricky part of the track this past weekend. For some drivers, not for others. Lewis and Max, just the class of the field this week. Got Mr. Joshua out here, the Alfa Romeo. I feel like I need to take that audio down just a touch again. It's like overwhelming my own voice in my head, so it's gonna be a little bit better if I do this. It should be a little more balanced now. We're on board with Mr. Joshua. I'll take you through the Tarzan corner, turn one. A little bit of a tricky pit exit here. Kind of feeds you out right into the line of fire. Not as bad as some tracks, but you notice everybody generally online taking very narrow lines through that corner. In previous league races we've had here, I've noticed that, but we saw this past weekend the real drivers taking the very wide line through that corner. It looks like we have lost somebody in that corner as well. It looks like a Mercedes has gone off, and there's Sam returning to the track, just causing a bit of a distraction for Joshua. I'm not sure he was heading to that part of the circuit, but he had to get out of that. And we're just seeing all kinds of yellow flags here. A lot of guys struggling at the moment. Maybe don't have setups for this track. It's not on our calendar for this season, so not a race anybody was planning to run. You see Scabney set a 1:10.7, and we're just going to see Joshua come around that long banked final corner. Is such a great thing to see. And what kind of time can he set? 1:11.1. So Scabney with the upper hand right now on the soft tires. Joshua on the mediums with a 1:11.1. Jinnett with the softs. Ooh, big moment for Joshua there. Jinnett with the 1:11.1 on the softs. So Scabney looking pretty competitive here. Fusions puts in a really good lap on the soft tires as well. Zyg and GP have set lap times on the mediums. The guys teamed up in the Ferrari there. Both Ferrari alumni from seasons current and past. See, not many people watching at the moment, but get any out. Monkey Mafia's got his bananas in the chat. Get some feedback in the chat on to how the audio's doing. Puff Digital. It's time to get digital, baby. Set provisional pole for just a brief moment, but snatched away right away by Scabney. Scabney says no. Scabney looking for a possible pole position here tonight. I'm just going to go to the main menu for 1 second. Because apparently that sometimes does help with that engine glitch. Or that's what I've been told. So I'm going to give it a shot because it seems particularly bad tonight. Sort of that like gurgling, struggling, choppy engine sound, but already it's much better on Scabney's on board here. Just is such an issue. It's really, really a frustrating thing. Like you know, like we've done how many race broadcasts already? 4 this season. We're still dealing with this choppy audio on board. I mean, get it together, Codemasters. You got EA money now. Time to solve this problem. GP really in Fusion's way here. I'm not sure if Fusion's is on a flyer or not? Looks like he is pushing, but hard to really know. And such a short track, like we saw this past weekend, a lot of traffic issues for guys in qualifying. Happened to quite a few guys. We've got a blue car here that's gone around. I don't know if that was maybe Gibbon. I'm trying to track this person down. I'm not too sure. And his yellow flags constantly, though. This is getting a little ridiculous, to be honest with you. Grim going slow. Not sure if he had a moment or perhaps I wonder if these guys can hear me in the lobby while they're qualifying. I see my audio in the bottom corner going there. So if you're wondering how my name's spelled, Arbeega. You can see it in the bottom left. It's funny that that's a thing. If I don't mute the drivers and they retire, they'll end up actually, like, I'll be able to hear them talking and stuff. Unless they're in a party, obviously. But got Puff back out on track. He's got a pretty good lap time there. He's going to be looking to improve on that. Last time we did a league race in Zandvoort was the previous, not last season. Sorry, we won't be racing there this season, but last season we did. And I think the previous season was my final season racing. Me and Puff got a 1-2 in Tier 2 there in the rain. I remember both of us just really solid setup and worked nicely in the rain. We ended up having a really good night. So Puff obviously has good fortune around Zandvoort and looking pretty strong here again tonight. Mo Powa jumps up to third. 1:10.6 for him, so some pretty competitive times in those 1:10s there. Everybody pretty close, but Scavney and Fusion's just a cut above the rest at the moment. We're on board with the Monkey Mafia. I believe he dropped his bananas all over the chat there, so watch your step. On board with the Alpine driver, and he's making his way through Sector 2. And looks like he's actually on an in-lap, so yeah, he's not pushing too hard. I was going to say he's way down on his delta. Love doing on-board for in-laps. My favorite thing to do as a commentator. We got Gibbon on a... Let's ride with Gibbon. Another monkey man. We got a few monkey guys in this league. Where's that other monkey guy? Baboon? Is he here tonight? I forget his name. There's a Baboon, a Gibbon, and a monkey. But Baboon and Gibbons are both monkeys, and Gibbon, big moment there. He's lucky we're on reduced damage tonight because that wheel hit the wall pretty hard, so he has lost his entire front wing. I've put a curse on the monkey man. The variety of monkeys tonight will be cursed. Yeah, we got the Baboon guy. No Mercy, I think, has retired. I don't know if he's done that in the pits. Looks like it, yeah. But No Mercy is out. We got Zyg heading into the pits. Looks like he's just kind of babying it at the moment. We got GP Colin in Sector 1. Is he on a new hot lap? He is. So let's check out GP Colin. I think he's a Tier 3 driver currently, so he's got some tough competition in here. Most racing here tonight, Tier 1 or Tier 2. We'll see if GP can get himself in the mix. I believe he's had a few beverages before he got in the car. The James Hunt of our social race tonight. Getting a little sloppy on the curbs, and he's been talked to by his manager about drinking before races, and he says he doesn't care. He's just here for the women and the power. So, props to you, GP. Gotta get us a top 10 for the ladies' men. Talking like I'm part of that club, but far from it. Puff Digital, though. Big ladies' man. It's time to get digital. I actually started at a nightclub this one time. And rumor has it, right before Puff got down to business with his special lady friend that he met at the bar that night. Rumor has it that he literally said, "It's time to get digital, baby." And the rest is censored from this broadcast, so we'll have to put up a mature audience only stream, maybe on OnlyFans, something along those lines, and we can give you part 2 of that story. But all you need to know is that line was created in the heat of the moment, a passionate setting. It's been transferred adequately to the racetrack. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about tonight, guys. Whoa, big spin there for Grimm. There's a tire on the track there. Someone else has gone off there, I believe. Who has lost a wheel there? Was that? I guess that maybe was No Mercy. Had crashed maybe on track. But yeah, there's a tire sitting in the middle of the road there, so maybe a little distracting for some of these guys. T-Money looking for a lap time. Same with Goofy Gibbon. Neither guy has a lap time on the board yet. Jinnit currently his best time on the medium, so I believe, actually, has he said that on the softs? He is going for a flyer. He's leading the Tier 1 Championship. Let's ride on board with Jinnit. He's in the Haas car tonight into that Tarzan corner. Swinging on the vine all the way around. Leaping to the next tree. And, yeah, looking really solid here. So you probably want to kiss that apex. Looks like everybody just sticking to that inside line. Not sure that there's as much pace on the outside as we saw in real life this past weekend. Jinnit up 2/10. I think that's current set he's got on medium, so probably set his first time on the soft side. And big moment for Jin. Jin's gone round. He's going to have to get back on the track very carefully, so Jinnit will have to abort that lap, obviously. He's got another car coming up behind him. I believe that's one of the monkey fellas. Goofy Gibbon, that is. I also meant to give Jinnit a host on Twitch, so let's go find him. He's not, is he streaming this? I'm not sure. Doesn't look like he is, so let me get Mr. Joshua. We'll give him a host. How do we do that again? We have to open his stream. Let me go to share, host Mr. Joshua. Yes, there we go. Give Joshua a host. Check out his stream on my Twitch channel. Same name as you see in the bottom left corner, Arbiga. You can get yourself a perspective of a driver on track, and you can watch the broadcast view here on the YouTube channel for Zenith Online Racing. All right, see if we got another driver out there. Puff Digital, time to get digital again. Rumor has it he can get digital twice in one night. See if he can pull it off here. Oh, he's out! Oh, man. He should have been out there. That was a huge wallop. He was so aggressive on the throttle, and his car went smack into the barrier. The wheel, and we must be on fully reduced damage here tonight because the wheels should have come off twice there, I believe. Jinnit's got to go for another lap. He's got time to come into the pits if he wants. Probably will. Grimm heading out for another run. Got Gibbon out there going slow. So he's just getting ready for a lap, trying to get himself some space. Scavney is currently on a lap. He's in Sector 2, just slightly down on his previous lap. So we'll ride with Scavney here. We'll take you to the line, and then we'll jump to Goofy Gibbon, and we'll see what he can do. A few people tuning in now. Getting towards the end of qualifying. We should be racing in less than 10 minutes. Maybe even less than 5 minutes. Who knows? Here comes Scavney to the line. Can he beat that time? And he does. He improves by half a tenth, but not enough to get up to Gibbon. Gibbon's gone into the pits. I think he's just going to go for one more run. Jinnit stayed out. Surprisingly. It's a very short lap here. Plenty of time to go in the pits and go for another lap. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Maybe he's just going to put the mediums on anyway. I have no idea. Janet's in dire straits here, though. He needs to do something positive. Sitting in a rough place right now. Well, actually, I guess he's gone P4 on those mediums. That's not too bad. That should work out pretty nicely for him. Yellow flag in Sector 2. We got Fusions on a flyer here. We can see him in his McLaren on board here. He's up nearly 2/10. That will put him just ahead of Jinnit. He can maintain this pace. You see the way these cars want to go offline there, and these curbs are very unforgiving, and then he ends up in the gravel too. So Fusions just tried to stay on it a little too much and ended up paying for it even more by drifting off track there. So Puff in the pits, not sure he's got time to get back out. He might give it a go. Might just have enough time if he was to leave now, but I don't think he will. We got Doo-Doo out there making his way around. We also have a Ferrari just ahead of him. That's probably GP Colin. I'm sure GP Colin looks like he's done a lap already on these tires, so maybe heading in. Yeah, Puff's just calling it. He's going to start 10th currently. Not too many cars left behind that can really challenge Puff. ZOR could do it. See how Monkey Mafia does. Sam currently sitting P7. So actually, Grim has jumped up into P8. So let's push Puff to P11. So Puff in P11 currently with tire choice. It's not going to be a bad place to start. He'll be okay with that, I think. He looked quick in the first bit of quali, though. He looked like he could have a top 5 lap time, but just couldn't put it together on the second run. And here comes Sam. Number Z-Rock in there. 26 or 66, I thought I saw. Sam heading into the pits, actually, so he's giving up on that run. He's done. Anybody on a fresh run here? Joshua! There he is! He's on my Twitch channel right now. You can watch it from his perspective, and I'm sure you would have heard a few curse words there. He's just on the final turn as well, and currently P4, so that looks like that'll be it for qualifying. Goofy Gibbon is going for another run. Does have a couple tenths in hand here, so if he can improve this lap time, surely he'll be starting from pole. Grim does nicely to get out of the way there. Really good rotation on that final corner. One of the best turn-ins I've seen tonight. And a really smooth exit for Gibbons. Surely going to be pole. Yeah, improves by a tenth, so doubt he'll get beat. There's only a handful of guys who can beat him now. Fusion's trying. Fusion's way off the time. Grim a little down. He's going to be starting on these tires, but went for another push lap. Doo-Doo, he's done. I think that's it. Whoop, I got someone in the wall. Zag. Zag's had a big moment. I think he's probably done that on purpose, actually. Monkey Mafia up 5/10 as he rounds the final corner. The last man in qualifying that can do anything to defeat his monkey rival. And it's a 1:10.8, so not a great lap for Monkey. He'll be starting P13, so Puff starts P11. Pretty good spot to be in with that tire choice. Not sure if Mo Powa, yeah, he's just heading into the pits. So that is it for quali. I'm going to run to the washroom very quickly while we have a quick little break, and then we'll get the race going for you. All right. Should be just about ready to go racing. We're just waiting for the ready up. Just seen Janet's reply in the Discord to me offering to host him. He's like, "Oh, my shit channel." You know what, man? I thought the same thing, though. Like, I thought the same thing, and I just, I don't know. Just plugged away at it for a little bit, and it worked. Paid off. Got to affiliate, and 103 followers. I mean, it's nothing, like, spectacular or anything, but Twitch is a really tough market, man. It's tough to get in there, and even just to get affiliate is one thing, but to actually grow and maintain some viewership, and like I had some really good momentum going, and I just stopped streaming for a couple months. Like I just took some time off, and it's really tough to get it rolling again after that. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to stream and just getting into it, like you got to keep at it and plug away, and you can't force anything either. You just got to be yourself, and people either gravitate to it or they don't. But I think there's a market out there for everybody. You know, I think every person is unique and has their own personality, and they can all draw an audience that suits them, and people enjoy them for the way they are for whatever reason. Similar, or, you know, just think a certain way that works with some people and not others. Anyways, Jin at P5. Got T-Money in P6 in that Mercedes. Fusion's P7, Grim P8, Doo-Doo P9, Sam is P10, Puff P11. Has he gone for the mediums or the hards, perhaps? Yeah, he's gone for the hards, it looks like, Puff. We wanted to get that tire information. That'll be helpful for us. So Puff gone on the hards. Zyg's gone on the hards as well. We got Asylum behind Puff on the mediums, and then we got Monkey Mafia and Maverick on softs. So that's going to be really interesting. If Puff can hold Asylum behind him, he's going to cause a huge headache for Mafia and Maverick. Zyg, No Mercy, and GP Colin all on harder compounds as well. Should be able to compete there. So it's really about these two soft runners, Maverick and Mafia. If they can get through, they're going to need to if they want to make that strategy work. And we got everybody else in the top 10 on the soft tires, except for Mr. Jennett, currently the Tier 1 championship leader, and he's gone for the mediums. He could be a potential dark horse to win this thing, but it looks like Gibbon just has that outright pace at the moment, so I'd put my money on him if I was a betting man, but Jennett would probably be my second bet, given the tire and position he's in. Keep an eye on that. We're just about ready to go racing here. It's the break week exhibition race. We are at Zandvoort in the Netherlands for the Dutch Grand Prix. This one doesn't count, but it's all for fun. And it's lap 2 already. Great job, Cody's. Lights are on. 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're racing in the Netherlands. Good start for Gibbon. He's well off the line there. And it looks like Scabney really bogged down. 3, 4 cars wide here into turn 1. Everybody doing fairly well. We got one spinner back there. It's Sam, it looks like. Everybody else got off the line pretty well. Puff really struggled off the line. He's dropped down to 16th on those hards, so maybe collected by Sam there on the start. Hard to say. Let's check in with the rest of the field. We got a few cars jockeying for position here. It's Fusions and T-Money duking it out here around lap 1. Let's get that telemetry off the screen. It's kind of just frustrating sitting in the middle there. Let's see a little more of the racing. So Fusions and T-Money, still the timing is a botch job. Look at Doo-Doo's a lap down already. It's impossible. Oh, man. This game frustrates me. Fusions Really putting some pressure on T-Money here. Or sorry, on Zenith. He's really putting pressure on Zenith. T-Money just starting to lose touch a little bit. Zenith going to be in trouble here on lap 2. So we head down the straight. Zenith trying to break that toe early. It looks like he's got just enough top speed to keep that McLaren behind. Once he gets those mediums fired up, Zenith, he'll be doing quite well. Maverick is out. Is Maverick retired in the pits? Yeah, looks like he has. So Maverick's retired already. Interesting decision. Fusions making his way through Sector 1, still on Zenith's tail, putting some pressure on. And T-Money is able to stick with them as well. Asylum is now P10 on those mediums, sitting in a pretty good spot, putting pressure on P9, Doo-Doo. And then a Monkey Mafia on the softs. He needs to get by Asylum. He's starting to lose touch with him, though. So trending the wrong direction for a soft strategy. Puff has caught back up. I'm not sure if he took damage there. Maybe just got a really bad start off the line. It looks like his right end plate might be a tad frayed or something, but it's hard to tell. He is driving quite well on hard tires, though, if he does have damage. So keep an eye on Puff's pace and see what he can do from there. He's pretty much got to make up a lot of strategy position here. Doo-Doo taking a peek at Grim just ahead. And then we've got a spin. T-Money is spun. So T-Money has spun through the Tarzan corner, and he's going to have a lot of work to do to recover now. These three cars racing very close together. That's Grim, Doo-Doo, and Asylum. You see Asylum picking up that double wake. He's sliding all over the place. Doo-Doo is all over Grim here. Grim doing a nice job defending here. Very tough track for overtaking, so if you know how to put your car in the right places, you can keep someone behind you. Grim just sitting that car in the center of the road, not really allowing Doo-Doo to take a peek. We got Puff. Is that Puff going slow now at the back? Yeah, it looks like Puff's had a mistake. Dead last, 6.5 seconds behind. Oh, there's Doo-Doo off the track. He tried to make a sneaky move there on Grim, and he's gone off the track into the gravel. He just went a little deep in the corner. He just carried too much momentum. So Grim trying to break that slipstream. We got Doo-Doo and Asylum all over the back of Grim here. We got 3 wide heading into turn 1, and they've touched. Grim and Doo-Doo making some contact there. Nice job, though, for Grim getting back around. And we've got some contact with the wall there. One of these drivers has lost out. I think that was Asylum who's gone into the barricade. Yeah, it's had a bit of a moment. Just scrapping there. And Doo-Doo's made it through finally. And Grim doing everything he can to keep these two behind him. Monkey Mafia and No Mercy putting some pressure on. And now T-Money's just about caught up to them as well, so hasn't lost out as much as he would have. These guys scrapping really slowed them up. Allowed T-Money to close back in. It's a good thing for Puff to note as well, because the cars ahead are scrapping. You can easily close back in and be fighting for something. So Grim just starting to lose that DRS on Doo-Doo. That's going to put him in a really tough spot with Mafia and No Mercy all over him. We got Zenith putting some pressure on Joshua now. Those mediums coming to life. So let's go check in with that. Zenith not going to get through there. Check in with this scrap again. Grim defending his heart out here, trying to stay ahead. Monkey Mafia really putting that pressure on. We'll see if Zenith can do something on those mediums, if he has enough grip to get a good launch out of the final corner and make a run down into turn 1. Remains to be seen if the mediums are able to pull that off. Whoa, big moment there for Doo-Doo. He's lost a huge piece of his wing. And he's gone off into the wall. So we got a VSC here, so that's going to really shake things up at the front. Surely all these front runners will pit, and that will free up Zenith. to carry on his mediums for quite some time. So Zenith can either follow these guys in or try to get out in some clear air and just start pumping in laps. It's going to be a really interesting strategy. Are these guys going to pit, though? That's the question. Gibbon pits, of course, has to pit. Mo Powell pits, Scavney pits, Joshua pits, and Zenith follows him in. So Zenith has pit as well. Everybody going to go to the hards, I feel. Nope, a lot of guys chose mediums, but we do have Mo Powell has gone for the hards. Zenith's gone to the mediums again. Smart call. Again on the same strat as the other guys. Makes sense, I think. T-Money stayed out. No Mercy stayed out. Gibbon and Monk. So Gibbon came out actually behind Monkey Mafia. So he needs to get by now. He's going to get held up here. No Mercy is going to be putting some pressure on. So the field's been split up a little bit. Gibbon in the best spot of all the guys who pit. He's got a bunch of cars between him and the rest of the guys on the same strategy. So he's sitting pretty right now. Mo Powell on the hards with 0 laps. He's sitting net P2 right now. That's pretty good. Scavney did well as to dive in the pits there too. Got on the mediums. Joshua's opted for the hards. So Mr. Joshua's up in P7 on hards. That's a pretty good start to the race for him. Zenith's lost a little ground. He's P8. But Zenith, a fresh set of mediums now. Not sure he needed to pit. I think he could have stayed out front and just pumped in laps because the VSC doesn't allow for the closing of the gaps like a safety. Oh, it's a full safety car now. Okay. When did that? Wait a second. Can we just? Okay, yeah, it was VSC when they dove in the pit, so the safety car was probably deployed right after they pit. I missed that. I didn't even see safety car. Anyways, so yeah, definitely a different decision for Zenith now. No point in him staying out to have all these guys on the fresh tires start picking him off, right? The guys who did stay out though on softs, looking like a pretty poor choice at this point. I think they're going to be in big trouble. Monkey Mafia could be a bit of a liability for his monkey friend Goofy Gibbon. Could be flailing on the restart there with the slightly worn cold softs. Could be a bit of a struggle. See how that pans out. The good thing about Zandvoort safety car is that the laps are so short that we don't have to sit here for 10 minutes watching a safety car. So that's a bonus. Much better than the Spa safety cars. So Mr. Joshua, live on our biggest Twitch. Giving him the host tonight. He's up in P7 on hard tires. So him and Mo Powell sitting in a pretty good spot. Potentially could go to the end. We'll have to see how they can manage their tires. Guys on mediums obviously have to pit again. Zenith for sure has to pit again. The other guys on mediums technically don't have to, but I don't think they're getting to the end of the Grand Prix here. And we would wager that there'll probably be another safety car. So Dudu's actually disqualified. I guess he was perhaps parked in a dangerous location was the reason. Monkey Mafia is going to get us going again here, so needs to really back the field up here and make sure he gets a nice gap before they head into the final turn. As that pit lane is a fair ways down the straight here, so he's got to take his time. You see all the cars snaking there trying to keep their tires warm. It's worked out nicely for Puff, who actually was in rough shape on those hards after making some mistakes, so now he's sort of got a fresh, clean slate, and he can just race the guys ahead of him. We'll see how this pans out for Monkey Mafia. He's hit the gas, it looks like. It doesn't look like he got a very good launch compared to Gibbon. Gibbon really stuck with him there. He didn't really use the lead to the advantage like he could have. T-Money on the old softs as well. Actually looks like he's got a little bit more pace than the car in front of him still. See what T-Money can do. We got a yellow flag already. Asylum is out now. So potentially another safety car here. He's lost it on the exit of turn 1. He is in the middle of the track. I think we might be okay here. We haven't triggered a safety car yet. Most of the field should be, yeah, because it's so far around the lap, I think that they'll probably just clear that. Anyways, Zenith putting some pressure on Joshua on the restart. Yeah, we're all clear, so we're good to keep racing. Good news, bad news for Asylum. Obviously he's out anyways, but wouldn't want a DNF. Luckily it doesn't count, so there goes Jinnit down the inside. Wow, I mean, Joshua, eesh, that's some rough driving there. Jinnit being really smart to back out of those last two moves, but Joshua needed to leave a little more space there for Jinnit. I think he was well alongside, and Fusion's there just taking advantage of the fact that Jinnit was struggling and sort of squished him on that outside line, but Jinnit has the better line into turn one and gets that place, and he's gonna get his elbows out with Mr. Joshua after that move. I feel I think he really was entitled to some more space there. It was like Joshua took the corner without even looking at him. Jinnit basically had to jump the curb to avoid him. Puff nearly caught up in another incident there at the back. Mo Powis spun on the final turn, and yeah, it's really a tricky place to be in. Right on the racing line on the final corner, so. Got Grim doing some more defensive work here. He's got Zag, Sam, and Puff behind him. It's going to be bad news for Puff fans because Grim's going to hold that little group up the way he's been defending. Jinnit all over the back of Mr. Joshua, and he's not taking any prisoners this time. Here comes Jinnit to win it, leading the Tier 1 championship and leading Joshua into turn one. He gave him a little love tap there just to let him know he wasn't happy with that last defense, so no love lost there. Jinnit, I don't really condone it, but I totally understand it. I feel like he probably feels hard done by there. Joshua, generally a pretty clean driver, so maybe didn't really realize what he was doing. Maybe thought, I wouldn't do this if I was going to get penalized, but it's a social race. Maybe I'll close the door and say sorry about your luck. But Jinnit did a phenomenal job there avoiding any contact, and he's been rewarded for that. So he's got the places he was fighting for, took an extra lap, but that's good news. And here comes Gibbon trying to make a move on the Monkey Mafia. Monkey Mafia on the inside. They're wheel to wheel. Oh, Monkey nearly collides with Gibbon, but Gibbon gets that place, so Gibbon now free to scamper off. Can Monkey hang with him? Does Monkey consider pitting here now that he's going to be following? Actually, I guess he can keep that gap to No Mercy and just keep going. Yeah, probably stay out behind Gibbon, get that slipstream, that toe. Gibbon actually looks like he's turned his battery off, and here comes, wow, I thought Monkey was going for that again. Here comes T-Money. Sorry, No Mercy on T-Money. T-Money with a beautiful switchback, though. Takes that place back. Excellent stuff from T-Money there. Oh, got a spinner. That looks like Scavney has gone round. Might collect a car or two here. There's a lot of traffic coming through. Yeah, I think T-Money was actually going for the move and pulled the switchback to finish it off, because I do believe No Mercy was the car behind Monkey Mafia. So here comes Jinnit. Jinnit's storming back to the front here. He wants to go hunt down Gibbon. That's a Tier 1 rivalry there. Those two fighting for wins week in, week out. So far, Jinnit with the upper hand, but Gibbon has the pace to do it. Easily could beat Jinnit any night. It's just a matter of putting it all together and finishing the race off. Yeah, Jinnit driving with some aggression here. I wouldn't say aggression, I mean just some determination. He's really determined. And here he comes, looking for some space. No Mercy, just parking that Red Bull in the center of the track, and there goes Jinnit down the inside, and he's been touched by No Mercy. And oh geez, Jinnit, I mean, yeah, that was a little dicey there. I don't know if that was warranted based, I mean, No Mercy was defending pretty egregiously, to be fair. He did make contact with Jinnit into turn one. I don't think Jinnit really should have pushed him off the track like that. He didn't really leave him any room. He put him on the curbs and said either back out or crash. So, Jinnit certainly providing the entertainment here tonight. so far. Here comes T-Money, though, putting some pressure on Monkey Mafia. And someone else has gone around Fusions now. The McLaren's struggling here. Puff up into the points with the two McLaren issues. Big snap there for Jinnit. You saw his car flailing a little bit. And Jinnit trying to reel in T-Money. T-Money trying to make quick work of the Monkey Mafia. And T-Money looking good. Whoa, we got a big moment back here. Who was that? Was that Mr. Joshua? It was. Joshua's had a huge moment. We have a VSC that could turn into a safety car. Joshua, yeah, huge moment there out of the final turn. I think he's getting a wing change, yep, and he's putting the softs on. Not sure he's going to get to the end on them, but maybe it was a very quick decision, just didn't care. Thought, I'm right here, I might as well do it. Very well could be another VSC or safety car here. Looks like we're about to go green again. All right, Fusions. Looks like he's got a pretty nice gap to Puff. All these gaps are nullified, or neutralized, I should say. Monkey Mafia's dove into the pits under the VSC. And Gibbons gotten a speeding under VSC penalty drive-through. What was I saying 5 minutes ago? The consistency. He's out here beating Jinnit and the mic. I pulled my mic. But now he's picked up a drive-through and basically handed the race win to Jinnit at this stage. Jinnit on the same strategy will now have a about 15-second advantage to Gibbon. Gibbon's got to serve that within a couple laps, and he's going to want to do it before a safety car comes out, or he could get disqualified. I think if you're Gibbon, you got to just get it over with as soon as possible to avoid any unforeseen circumstances, such as a safety car last lap that you needed to serve it, and serve it under a safety car, right? So it's really unfortunate, but I think once you get a drive-through, you pretty much got to go in right away. They only give you 3 laps anyway, so. Yeah, he dives in. T-Money dives into the pits as well. The T-Money thinking, I'm not going to lose as much ground to the race leader here if I pit while he's serving a drive-through. So T-Money goes to medium tires. Jinnit takes the lead of the Grand Prix by quite some time. He's got a car on 14-lap-old mediums between him and the rest of the guys on the same strategy. So Jinnit's race to lose here at this stage. Mr. Joshua with the fastest lap on those softs. Zyg putting some pressure on Grimm. So let's get into this midfield battle now while Jinnit tries to extend his lead at the front. Zyg putting some pressure on Puff, on Grimm, and Puff right on their tail. These guys all pit, and they've sort of inherited these positions now with all the other guys having to pit ahead of them. But yeah, Puff doing pretty good, back up into P5 after a rough start to the Grand Prix. Nice heli shot there for you. And here comes Zyg, looking to go around the outside on Grimm. Maybe looking for a switchback here. There is overtaking potential into this little hairpin. It's tricky, but you can do it if you get the right line. If you get a good exit here too, you can potentially make a move through the twisty bits. But look at these cars. 4 cars racing close together. 2 and 2. Wheel to wheel. Oh, they're touched. Oof. Zig and Grimm wheel to wheel there, and Puff was wheel to wheel with who was it? Was it Fusions there? Yeah, Fusions and Puff, I think, made contact. Fusions gone off. It was Fusions putting pressure on Puff, right? Yeah. But now Goofy Gibbon is there, so Puff's actually ahead of Goofy Gibbon because he had to serve that drive-through penalty. They're all on the same strategy now. GP Colin is 5 seconds behind, 15 lap old medium, so he's going to have to pit soon. Probably looking to get to the hards here. Oh, big moment for Gibbon. Gibbon's made another mistake here. So his race has gone from bad to worse, and is he going to get into the pits? Surely he's got damage from that. He hit the wall pretty hard. He didn't go into the pits, though, so Gibbons had a drive-through. He's got a spin now. Like I said, that pace is there to win the race. It's just these mistakes keep costing him. Obviously, it doesn't really matter as much in a social race like tonight, but these are the kind of mistakes that are occurring on Monday nights and when it counts. And Ginnis has got the consistency right now to capitalize on these things, even if he doesn't have the outright pace that night. Joshua's retired. He's decided to park it in the pit lane. So my Twitch channel will no longer have a race to broadcast. Too bad Ginny didn't broadcast. Would have been fun to watch his race. He's been getting his elbows out there. And here comes Zig again, putting the pressure on Grimm. So Grimm in big trouble here with no DRS, and he's got Zig and Puff with DRS behind him, putting pressure on Grimm, trying to break that toe. Here comes Zig. He looks like he's going to get through. Puff's just going to follow Zig, pick up that toe. We got a yellow flag in Sector 3. That car's got around again, so we are good. Here comes Zig. Gets that move finished on the outside line. A nice job from Zig there. And Puff going for a sneaky maneuver here on Grimm. Grimm compromised from having to defend, and now Puff all over the back of him. Here comes Puff Digital. It's time to get digital. Can he get this move done and stick with Zig? Zig chasing down a podium here, and Puff wants a piece. Grimm getting a nice little toe here. He's actually been able to stick with Zig quite well. Seems like he just some parts of the lap he just looks really on it, and then other parts he's like slipping and sliding. So Grimm just sort of lacking that really buttery, smooth consistency he needs, but he does seem to have some pace in the car, and he's doing a good job defending as well. So Puff trying to follow Grimm the best he can, but Grimm also has that DRS now. Try to stick with this battle. I don't think there's many other gaps worth watching at the moment, so I'll take some of this off the screen for you, and we'll kind of keep an eye on the other groups of cars as they close into one another. But we've got Zig, followed by Grimm and Puff Digital. These three guys have been scrapping for quite some time. Zig just got by Grimm, but he can't seem to shake him. And Puff sort of stuck in that DRS train at the moment. Seems to have pace to get by these guys, but he has to get the move done if he wants to actually advance. So Puff with a really good exit there. He's closing on Grimm as we approach the end of the lap here. So this could be a shot for Puff. Grimm makes a little mistake here. He's going to lose touch with Zig, and then Puff will have a chance. Yeah, Puff doing a nice job here, taking the right lines. Grimm taking some alternative lines, looking for grip, but that's going to end up hurting him through the exit of the final turn here. Yeah, he's starting to lose ground with Zig a little bit, and you see Puff closing. Puff got that slipstream, that DRS. Does he have the battery? He does not, so Grimm safe for another lap, unless he makes some kind of error through this next section. Looks like Zig is starting to catch. Who's the car ahead there? It's No Mercy on the 19-lap old medium, so that's going to slow these guys up a little bit more even. Zig's going to want to try and break away from Grimm and get that move done on No Mercy so he can start to stretch his legs a little bit here. No Mercy starting to head that train, and then you see in the background there behind Puff, we've got Goofy Gibbon reeling them back in. So he's made a big mistake, but he's able to close back up with these guys sort of stuck together. Gibbon reeling them back in, and the Monkey Mafia a ways off on fresh mediums, but so Monkey Mafia on a bit of an alternate strategy. He could go to the end there, and he's not too far off the race leaders, so see how that shakes out for him. Scavney looks like he's about to make a move on Monkey Mafia. He does into turn 1. Scavney gets that move done on the older tires. Monkey Mafia really should be able to fight that, but whoa, bit of almost contact there. Scavney, see if he can hold this place. Monkey Mafia all over him, so much more grip. In these twisty bits, Scavney struggling, but maybe just has a better setup for top speed down the straight parts of the circuit. Zyg just starting to lose touch with No Mercy a little bit now. Gibbon's going purple, so Gibbon's in Puff's DRS. Puff and Grim still in the DRS range of Zyg, but Grim just slipping out of it now. Does he have DRS? I don't think he does. No, he does, but Puff is really closing, so this could be Puff's chance to get through, and he's going to want to do it before Gibbon gets on him and starts pressing him. So Puff needs to find a way through here as soon as possible, and that will help him move further up the field and keep Gibbon off his tail for a little bit longer. Oh, big moment for Mo Powa. Looks like he's lost it on the final turn, and we have a safety car, and that is going to really shake things up here. Surely everybody will pit now. Soft tires should go to the end. Well, Puff can go on to the mediums and get to the end. Jinnet's in a tough spot because he's put 2 sets of mediums on, so he's going to need softs or hards. It's going to be interesting. Like, what are these guys going to do here? Fusions and Sam have pit, so they're going to get caught up to the field. And it's going to be really interesting to see what these guys do in the pits, but Jinnet for sure diving in, has to. I think he can get his softs to the end from here. I mean, by the time we go racing again, it's going to be 11, 12 laps in the softs. Yeah, softs it is, so what do the other guys do? Chicken with No Mercy. That worked out nicely for him. He extended and was able to get a free pit stop onto the safety car now. So softs for him. Everybody has to do softs at this stage. Oh, Grim's gone medium. Puff's gone soft. Good call. I think softs are the right call here, unless you need to run a certain tire. You don't want to be on the hards, so if you need to run mediums, mediums is good, but softs is probably the best choice. So let's see how that worked out. So Monkey Mafia stayed out on the medium. So Monkey Mafia, I said, could very well be in a very good spot for podium here. He's got 8-lap-old mediums, and he's in P2. No Mercy. He's gone on the fresh softs. Zyg on fresh softs. Grim on fresh mediums. Gibbon on fresh mediums. And Puff on fresh softs. So Puff lost a spot to Gibbon in the pit stop, surely because he pit behind No Mercy, who's on his team. That would have slowed him down a tad. So we've got Zyg, Grim, Gibbon, and Puff. And then Scavney tucks in behind them. But Gibbon and Grim are on medium tires. And that could be costly in the first few laps after the restart. Could see a huge pace advantage for these soft guys, and then towards the end we might see these medium guys, if they can hang with these soft runners, they'll probably have the pace advantage towards the final 3 or 4 laps. But the soft guys are going to be really threatening off the restart here. And most guys are on softs. The only guys that stayed on the mediums are Monkey Mafia, who did not pit, and then I think Grim and Gibbon. And then Fusions and Sam. Everybody else on softs. Yeah, I was sort of thinking, well, lap 23, that's 14 laps. That's a little long for softs, but by the time we actually go racing and you're really putting the load through them, yeah, it's about 11 or 12 laps. So not a bad option. I think it's the right call, and I think once Jinnet did it, the rest of the guys should have all gone soft as well. So it seems like the logical choice to be on the same tire as the guy at the front. Simply for pace. If he went medium, then you think, okay, maybe if I take soft, I can actually beat him. Just noticed Zenith has a penalty. 5 seconds. Did he get that for speeding in the pit lane? Zenith's got a 5-second penalty he's got to try and nullify now in about 10 or 11 laps. That's going to be detrimental to his race. I would think we're going to get safety car in this lap. That Aston Martin at the back should catch up just in time for the Sector 2. It's close. He's not far, though. I think it'll work. Are we good? Yeah, safety car in this lap. Okay, so Zenith's going to get us going again. The sound of the safety car in there. You can hear it zooming by. So it sounds beautiful. Nice little car they've got. Alright, so Zenith, fresh sauce, Monkey. Monkey Mafia is the key here. If he can keep these guys behind. Ooh, we got a collision between Zyg and No Mercy. Zyg seems to be the only one that got the penalty there, and Zenith's punched it. These guys are sorting out the scraps here, shaking off the cobwebs, and Zenith's punched it. Monkey Mafia, as I was going to say, it could be the wedge here. He keeps these guys behind for a lap or two, then Zenith can scamper off and get that gap he needs. So Zyg's carrying a penalty now. Gibbon trying to make a move here on the restart. He's all over the back of Grim. Grim's been defending quite stoutly tonight. It's going to be tough to get through there. And we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. That is a T-Money spin. T-Money is retired on the track. I'm not sure if he selected that or the T-Money's out. I guess he probably... His car is going, so I wonder if he just parked it, said forget it. Hopefully we don't get another safety car. There goes Gibbon. Another mistake, and he's reset to track. That's something that's not allowed. Obviously, no penalties will be issued here tonight. But something to note for future reference. If you reset to track during a league race, you will be penalized. You have to recover the car on your own. Scabney now with a really nice run on Puff here. Can Puff defend this? Puff seems always to struggle with the restarts in the start of the race. The first lap or two, he just doesn't have the heat he needs in the tire. But this time around, Puff making that move, going around the outside on the Mercedes of Grim, and he's parking it. Oh no, they've crashed! Grim did not leave enough space there, and Puff just gets himself sorted and was collided with again. It looks like who caught him there? Was it GP or Fusions on the way through? But, geez, I mean, Puff really deserved a little more space there. He was well alongside, and it looks like Grim just tried to close the door, and he rode him right into the wall there. So, Puff looked like he was on for... He was been fighting for a podium at the least, but he's down in P11 now. And Grim took himself out with him, so a little bit of a clumsy collision there with those two, and both of them are suffering for it. There's not long to go now, and they're going to struggle to get back anywhere near a podium now. Monkey Mafia hanging on to P3 as it stands, but he's all over No Mercy, and he's got Zyg for company as well, trying to make his way through. Gibbon so pick up ground again after his spin. Grim is pit, and he's gone to a fresh set of sauce. Surely needed a wing change or something along those lines. Could be one more safety car and bring everybody back close. It could be worth it. But if you don't have damage, I would think the way to go is just to keep racing. Puff has made it by Sam. We got Gibbon making a move down the inside. There's a little bit of contact. We saw Gibbon and GP just bump front to back there, and Gibbon goes through. Let's get back to the podium battle. Zeig trying to hunt down third place. No Mercy trying to extend his gap. Zenith with a 5-second penalty. He's doing everything he can to try and erase that. No Mercy is hanging within that window. He doesn't seem to be falling back too far, but he isn't really closing either. Here comes Mr. Zeig. All over Monkey Mafia, down the inside into turn 1. They are wheel to wheel. And wow, great grip for Monkey Mafia on the outside there. He's done well to defend that, but Zeig just absolutely throws it down the inside. And just immense amount of grip, was able to just get through there before turn 3. A really nice move there from Zeig. Sam is out. Sam has crashed. He is retired. Sorry, he's actually retired in the pits. No crash, just pits. Got Gibbon all over GP here. Sam is out of the session. Zenith's out. What happened? Zenith's crashed. And we have another safety car. Zenith has crashed out of the Grand Prix here. Where? How did he crash there? Yeah, Puff's calling it too. I don't know why, but... Or maybe he's... I don't know. I mean, what's he doing? I guess he doesn't want to race anymore. I was going to say, you can pit, get a fresh set of tires and a wing and everything, and get out there and go fight for a podium. Like, why not? The guys that don't pit are going to be really compromised here. Fusions and Zeig did the right thing, I think. Puff's going into the pits. Speeding the pit lane as well. Yeah, Puff's done. Okay, I figured as much. Grim, is he going to park it? Grim will keep going, I think. He's just pit, so good call for him to stay out. These guys on the older tires are going to be in really rough shape, though. These guys on fresh tires are going to give them a lot of trouble here, I think. Saw a lot of DNFs here tonight. We're down to 8 drivers somehow. Wow, what a night. It's some really good racing though, honestly. Like, I mean, it's not been boring, so no big deal. Alright. Let's get this race over with. Got 6 laps to go here by the time we race again, and hopefully we get a nice little sprint right to the end. And 8 guys. Got some guys on fresh tires, some guys on old tires. It's going to be really interesting to see how this pans out. Currently, No Mercy is poised to win this thing. Monkey Mafia trying to hang on to a podium here. Scavney. Fusions could be a threat. He's looked quite quick tonight. I would say Gibbon on fresh tires at the back as well could potentially take a win here, but he's got a lot of work to do. So my bet would be Scavney gets by Monkey Mafia and then challenges No Mercy for the win, because Scavney's been quite pacey here tonight, in my opinion. GP hasn't been the fastest, but he's currently in P4, so GP will be pretty happy about that. He's got some older tires he's got to work with, but he might be able to keep these fresh guys behind and let Scavney do some damage. See how that pans out. Safety car in this lap, I believe. Yeah, safety car is in this lap, so No Mercy's going to want to back off a lot more. He's a little too close to that car at the moment. In fact, he's way too close to the car at the moment. Yeah, he's got to really back it up here. He's going to get throttled. No, looks like he got away with it. That was close. Either he timed that perfectly or he got really lucky. I'm not sure which one at the moment, but yeah, nice job there on the restart. See Zag behind putting that pressure on already. There goes Gibbon, making that move down the inside and up the hill. So Gibbon's got a place already. Fusions gets a place on GP here. Yeah, he's through. So Fusion's already through. GP under threat from Zag now. Gibbon really close as well. So these soft guys with the fresh tires looking pretty competitive at the moment. Scavney needs to make his move quick here. Oh, we got a moment there. Zag's gone off. Zag into the wall, so he's taking himself out of the running here. Scavney. Yeah, Scavney's really all over Monkey Mafia. He wants to get by as soon as he can. He knows Fusions is coming fast. Yeah, Fusions all over him here on the fresh tires. So Fusions could be challenging for the win here. See if Fusions can get by his teammate on this run. It's going to be tight. No, not this time. So he's going to hope that Scavney can find a lot more grip than Monkey Mafia through this twisty part, and Scavney can clear him, and that will allow Fusions to attack Scavney on his own without a car in front. See how this shapes up for you. This is going to be a pretty exciting finish. Speeding the pit lane for Zag. I'm sure he's done anyway, yeah. Down to 7 cars. Scavney and Fusions stuck behind Monkey Mafia, and we got Gibbon on their tail now. So Gibbon really is a threat for the win here. No Mercy's got to be praying that Monkey Mafia can keep these guys behind. But it looks like Scavney's on his way through. He's as close as he's been. He just seems to lack that outright top speed. But down the inside, he's going to go for it. Late on the brakes there. And wow, what a move from Scavney. Still wheel to wheel, but it looks like he's going to get this place. He does. And here comes Fusions up around the outside as well. Fusions does get through. Nice move from Fusions. And that puts Gibbon a step behind. Gibbon still has to make that move that'll allow these two McLarens to get away. No Mercy is sitting out front here, and he's watching these guys scrap, and he's licking his chops. He's 3 laps away from a race win. And Gibbon with another little bit of a wobble, trying to find a way through there. Scavney and Fusions are eating time out of No Mercy, though. He's going to be under threat very soon. So we're going to have a race right down to the wire here. Fusions all over Scavney. So Fusions should be by his teammate here. Fusions clears Scavney on this lap. No Mercy's going to be sweating. He's checking his mirrors every corner. And there he goes. Fusions through. So Fusions clear. DRS is active. We got 3 laps to the end. Let's see what Fusions can do. Can he hunt down that win? Oh, Fusions with a huge moment. He's gone round on the third to the last lap, and Scavney was putting some pressure on and just caused his teammate to crumble there. So Scavney goes through now. He is the lone threat for McLaren to go win this race. Gibbon is not far off either, so No Mercy. It's not in the bag yet. He's gained a little bit of an advantage here, but he's got 2 very quick drivers on his heels. One of them on very fresh tires. Gibbon, you see the lines he's taking there is so much grip. There's a very good chance he's going to get Scavney into turn 1 here, and he's going to have 2 laps to go hunt down the leader. Potentially win this thing after all the mistakes. He could still win it. Yeah, Gibbon really hauling ass into turn 1 here. Can he send it? He does. Wow, what a move from Gibbon. Gets that place. He needed to get it done. Now he's got 2 laps to go hunt down No Mercy. And Scavney's had a moment there. Oh, man. Everyone just seemed to be... Everyone's had a moment here tonight, it seems. Even the guy, Gibbon, here, who could go win this thing, has had his moments, so... he's going to be within a second by the end of this lap, I think. That gap looks to be visually shrinking. You can see how much closer he's got. Yeah, there he goes. The tenths are just coming off now. Just all the grip he's got, and it's going to be a really exciting finish. No Mercy is going to be in the DRS window. Is he just outside of it? Where's the detection point? I think No Mercy's got him. The detection point should be right here, I feel. Right around this bend. Surely he's got DRS. There it is. And, yeah, Gibbon with the DRS closing. He's got 1 lap to do it. This could be a drag race to the finish line. I don't know where he's... Maybe down that back straight he's going to take a move if he can really reel him in here through Sector 1. Could take a move. Here comes Grim and Monkey Mafia duking it out as well. So Grim trying to make a move for the podium on the final lap. We'll have to check in with that. We'll get back to the race lead. Gibbon trying to redeem himself after all the mistakes tonight. Could go and win this thing still. Can No Mercy hang on, or will Gibbon find redemption? He needs to be a lot closer for this next straight, I think, if he wants to make a move. Looks like he's trying to get alternative lines here. And, yeah, it looks like he's a little too far. He's going to close very fast, but he's not going to be close enough. He's going to need a really good exit out of the final turn if he wants to win this thing. Trying to find a different line, just looking for the grip that No Mercy can't find. Wow, this is going to be a really tight race down to the finish line. Look how close. Oh, my, Gibbon. I think he's going to get him on the line here. It's going to be a drag race to the line. No Mercy wins it by less than a tenth. Unbelievable stuff. And Grim within a tenth. Within a couple tenths there on the finish. Here comes GP. Did GP get him? Did GP get Fusions on the line there as well? Wow, what a wild finish there. I thought Gibbon surely had him, but as soon as he pulled out of this, if he had pulled out from that slipstream just a slight fraction later, I think he might have had the extra little lift that he needed to win it. I mean, he had less than a tenth. So No Mercy takes the win. Oh, what a great finish there. It was well worth it, all those safety cars. Unbelievable stuff. And we'll have to check in if GP got Fusions on the line there. It was very close. There's Adrian Newey on the trophy presentation side there. Red Bull on top. That was a crazy finish. Yeah, look at that gap. Less than a tenth. So No Mercy takes the win. Gibbon, P2. Monkey Mafia takes that podium in P3. Hangs on those old tires. Nice job for him. Grim takes P4. Fusions, P5. So, wow, very close there. A tenth and a half off GP was. And he nearly got Fusions on the line. GP takes 6. Scavney 7th. And then the rest of the guys did not finish. Zag 8th, Puff 9th, Jin at 10th. That's the rest of the field. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to end the stream there. No interviews, just exhibition. But we'll get back to racing next week, Monday night. Where are we going? Canada? I think Canada, Monday night. So Season 6 continues with Round 5, the Canadian Grand Prix, Tier 1, Monday night, 8 p.m., right here on the YouTube channel, Zenith Online Racing. Hit subscribe if you're new here. If you're watching this later on, you can get those live notifications for when we go live. If you want to watch the race live, we always do interviews at the end, and we stream what, 4 or 5 nights a week now? 5 nights a week, I believe. So Monday night we have Tier 1, Tuesday the PC tier, Wednesday is Tier 2, Thursday is Tier 3, and then Sunday, actually, sorry, the EU tier has actually been postponed for the rest of the season. We've been having some issues with low turnout, so just 4 nights a week now, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right here on the YouTube channel. You can catch us live and get all your racing action in between the real race weekends. Thanks for popping by, everyone. Appreciate you checking out this video afterward, and the people that watch live, thanks for tuning in. And you'll catch me Monday night with the Canadian Grand Prix. Have a good night.